Now, in the same topic, admission of a partner, we'll do the practice of another question where we will prepare revaluation account, partner's capital account, and revised balance sheet. So I'm giving you one question. You see the question, take some time, read it carefully, both assets and liability, and additional information given thereafter. Once you understand the question, then we'll start solving. So the question is, Rajesh and Ravi are partners sharing profit in the ratio of 3 is to 2. Their profit sharing ratio is 3 is to 2. Their balance sheet stood as under on 31st March 2018. In the asset side, I am reading the asset side information: cash, stock, prepaid insurance, debtors less provision, machinery, building and furniture. Liability side, creditors, outstanding liabilities and capital of Rajesh and Ravi. Thereafter, in the bottom of the balance sheet, some additional information is given related to admission of a partner. Raman is admitted as a new partner. Raman is the new partner to whom the partnership firm is going to admit. Introducing capital 1,60,000. Introducing capital 1,60,000. The new profit sharing ratio decided as 5 is to 3 is to 2. New profit sharing ratio is 5 is to 3 is to 2. Old ratio between the old partner Rajesh and Ravi. This is 3 is to 2. The new ratio after the admission, 5 is to 3 is to 2. This is the new partner named Raman. Raman is the new partner. He is the new partner, and after admission, profit sharing ratio is changed. Raman is unable to bring in any cash for goodwill. It means he is not going to pay any amount for the goodwill. So it is decided to value the goodwill on the basis of Raman's share. Goodwill will be valued on the basis of Raman's share in the profit and the capital contributed by him. So goodwill will be valued on the basis of Raman's share of profit and capital contributed by him. Okay? It means we have to find out the hidden goodwill over here. We have to find out hidden goodwill. Okay? We'll discuss about the hidden goodwill, calculation of hidden goodwill in between the problem solutions. Next is the following revaluations are made. Stock to be depreciated by 5%, provision for doubtful debts is to be rupees 5,000, furniture to be depreciated by 10%, building are revalued 4 lakh. You have to prepare the necessary ledger. Necessary ledger means you have to prepare revaluation account and partners capital account. So come to the revaluation account. First of all, we will prepare revaluation account. Revaluation account. Revaluation account. We prepare the revaluation account. There are the two sides of the revaluation. This ledger, two sides. We know the ledger. How to prepare the or draw the ledger format. this side is your credit, this side is your debit. This is for particular amount in rupees, particular amount in rupees. Okay, I am not drawing the column for the journal folio. You may draw the column for the journal folio. So for revaluation account, first information is stock to depreciate 5%. So when the stock is depreciated, it is loss. So we will write in the debit side to stock account, and it is depreciated by 5%. So stock given in the balance sheet is 1,50,000. So 5% of 1,50,000. 5% of 1,50,000. So it is 7,500. It is 7,500. So stock is reduced by 7,500. Stock amount. Is it clear? Stock is reduced by 5%. 5% of which amount? The amount which is given in the balance sheet, 1,50,000. Next is provision for doubtful debts is to be rupees 5,000. And you see in the balance sheet, provision for doubtful debts is given in the balance sheet is 4,000. And in the additional information, provision for doubtful debts is to be rupees 5,000. It means that provision for doubtful debts is increased. In the balance sheet provision is 4 and the revalued is 5. It means provision is increased by 1,000. So the provision given in the balance sheet is 4,000. Provision for doubtful debts you see in the asset side 4,000. But provision in the revalued figure, it has given that information number 2, provision is for doubtful debts is to be rupees 5,000. Now it becomes 5. It means it is increased by 1,000. So liability is provision for doubtful debts is a liability. So provision for doubtful debts, when the liability will increase, we'll write in the debit side because it's a loss. Provision for doubtful debts. Doubtful debts. It is increased by 1,000 from 4,000 to 5,000. Next is furniture to depreciate to 10%. Furniture is depreciate to 10%. Furniture given in the balance sheet is 50,000. So 10% of 50,000, that is 5,000. So we have to write 5,000, decrease by 5,000. When the assets will decrease, it's a loss. We'll write in the debit side. Liability will increase, then we'll write in the debit side because we have to pay more amount. Building are valued 4 lakhs. Building given in the balance sheet is 4 lakhs. Okay, but the revalued figure of building, point number 4, building are valued at building given in the balance sheet is 3,50,000 and the revalued figure revalued at 4 lakhs. It means building is increased by 50,000. There is an increase in the value of building, increased by 50,000. So when the assets will increase, we will write this side by building. When the assets will increase, we will write in the credit side because it's a gain. It's a gain. Increase in the value of assets is the gain. Decrease in the value of assets is the loss. Then we will write debit side. Okay. So this information is related to revaluation. Only this much. 4. So what we'll do the total. You see the which side total is more? Credit side total is more. So we'll do the total of credit side first, 50,000. 50,000 we'll write it over here, and thereafter we will find the difference. We will find the difference figure. This will be profit, called profit. Profit on revaluation transfer to partners capital account. Partners capital accounts. Who are the partner? Rajesh and Ravi. They are the old partner. This amount of profit will be transferred to partners capital account. Is it clear? Partners capital account. So this 50,000, this side is 50, this side I write the same amount over here. Now I'll find out the difference amount. Okay? You may do one thing, you do the total of this amount this side, 0, 0, 5, 13. So difference amount is 0, 0, 5, 6, 3, 36,500. This is the difference amount. 36,500 is the difference amount. This 36,500 is your profit. What it is? It is your profit on revaluation. Credit exceed the debit side by 36,500. So this profit will be divided between the old partner in which ratio? In old ratio. And the old ratio is 3:2. 3/5 and 2/5. 36,000 2/5. Okay, so 21,900 to Rajesh and 14,600 will be transferred to Ravi. This amount is divided in the ratio of old ratio, that is 3:2, 3/5 and 2/5. Okay, thereafter we will prepare the partners capital account. Come to the partners capital account. Thereafter we will prepare partners capital account. Okay. I'm just noting down this amount, profit on revaluation. Profit I have just noted it over here. Profit is 21,900 and 14,600 is given to another partner, total 36,500. Okay, this is for Rajesh, this is for Ravi. Because I am not getting the space over here to draw the partner's capital account, so I am erasing this one. Okay, erasing. I am going to erase up to this level because I need space. Okay, so from here I am going to write the partner's capital account. Partners capital account. So there are 3 partners, including the new one. So that's why I have drawn the column of 3 for the 3 partners. First one is for the old and next one is for the new partner. Okay, next is for the new partner. Now this side is debit, particular amount in rupees. Amount in rupees. This is for Rajesh, this is for Ravi, and this is for the new partner Raman. Same I will write to this side, particular amount in rupees, Rajesh, Ravi and Raman. Okay, Rajesh, Ravi and Raman. Is it clear? Now This side is debit, this side is credit. Now start with the balance sheet first. You see in the balance sheet liability side, there is a capital balance of the old partner. So we will post first buy balance brought down. Brought down the previous figure of the capital. Rajesh 2,90,000 and Ravi 1,50,000. Okay. Thereafter, you see the just after the balance sheet, you see Raman is admitted as a new partner introducing capital 1,60,000. So for this the entry will be cash account debit to Raman's capital account. You know the entry Raman's capital account for giving capital 1,60,000. He has given capital of rupees 1,60,000. For that I will do the entry by cash account. Instead of that in cash I am going to open the account bank account because the amount is too large, big amount. So by cash, by bank account, this posting is for capital. Raman's capital credit side I am going to write 1,60,000 for capital. This is the second posting. There was a profit on revaluation, so this will be transferred to credit side revaluation account. You know this side revaluation account debit to Raman's capital to Rajesh capital, old partner's capital, Rajesh to Ravi. So credit side I'm going to write this amount 21,900 profit for one partner, for another partner 14,600. This is the revaluation profit. I have calculated over here. As I have removed this area, that's why I have written this amount over here. This is the profit of Rajesh, this is the profit of Ravi. Okay, I have posted this one. Is it clear? So I have posted this one. Now remove this one. So this is the revaluation profit, posting of revaluation profit. Raman is, you see that just after the balance sheet, second line, Raman is unable to bring in any cash for his goodwill. Okay, Raman is unable to bring any cash for goodwill. So what we do, here we'll do the treatment of hidden, we'll calculate the hidden goodwill first. So it is decided to value the goodwill on the basis of Raman's share in the profit and capital contributed by him. So Raman's share in the profit is how much? Raman's share in the profit is how much? 2/10. 2/10 Raman's share. For 2/10 share of profit, if Raman is given 1,60,000 as capital, it means on the basis of this, the total capital should be how much? Should be 1,60,000 into 10/2. 10/2. It means 8 lakh. This much capital should be in the fund. So first of all, we have calculated on the basis of Raman's share and the capital contributed by him, what will be the capital and what should be the capital. So capitals for 2/10 share of profit, if he has given 1,60,000 as capital, then total capital on the basis of Raman's share and the capital contributed by him will be 8 lakhs. But what is the actual capital? I want to see the actual capital. This is the capital should be. Total capital should be. And the actual capital is, you come to the Rajesh. Rajesh capital A, there is no posting in the debit side, so I'll do the total of this side. Rajesh 009 113 3,11,900, and his capital, Ravi's capital is 006,461 1,64,600 1,64,600. Yes, this is the capital of Rajesh and Ravi, and Raman capital is 1,60,000. So the total capital $6,36,500 is the total capital. This is the actual capital, and this capital should be on the basis of Raman's share of profit and the capital contributed by him. The total capital of the firm should be, for that I have capitalized this one, 1,60,000 into 10 by 2. It is 8 lakhs. So total capital should be is 8 lakhs. However, the actual capital is how much? 6,36,500. So difference will indicate your goodwill. 1,63,500 indicate the goodwill. 1,63,500 indicate the goodwill. This is the difference amount. Difference of what? 8 lakh capital should be minus actual capital. Your actual capital is in fact less than the should be. So if your actual capital is less as required or as it should be, so this difference indicate that your firm have a reputation, have a goodwill. So this goodwill amount we calculate it by the deduction of this 8 lakhs minus 6 lakhs 36,500. So this is the goodwill. This is difference amount is your goodwill. So it's a hidden goodwill. Goodwill is not directly given in the question, but we have to calculate the goodwill on the basis of Raman's share and the capital contributed by him. We have calculated the goodwill. Now the goodwill is it. So Raman's share of goodwill will be how much? This is the total goodwill. So Raman's share of goodwill is equal to 1,63,500 into Raman's share is 2 upon 10. Raman's share in the profit is 2 upon 10. So the total goodwill, Raman's share of goodwill is 32,700 is the Raman's share of goodwill. Is it clear? Raman's share of goodwill. This is the total goodwill. Out of this total goodwill, Raman's share of goodwill is total goodwill into Raman's share of profit 2 by 10. So this is the Raman's share of goodwill. Now what we'll do, old ratio and new ratio is given. So we have to calculate the sacrificing ratio. Okay, we will calculate what? We will calculate the sacrificing ratio. Sacrificing ratio, you know the formula, old ratio minus new ratio. So first you calculate the Rajesh sacrificing rate. Rajesh old ratio is 3 by 5 and new ratio is 5 by 10. 3 by 5 and 5 by 10. So LCM is 10. 6 minus 5, 1 by 10. He sacrificed 1 by 10. Another partner, Ravi, old partner, whose old ratio is 2 by 5, this one, and new ratio is 3 by 5. 3 by 10, sorry, 3 by 10. So 10, 4 minus 3, 1 by 10. So sacrificing ratio is 1:1. 1:1, 1 by 10 and 1 by 10. So sacrificing ratio between them sacrificing ratio between them is 1:1. Yes, 1:1 is the sacrificing ratio. So you know if the new partner is unable to bring his share of goodwill in cash, Raman is unable to bring in cash, in any cash, for his share of goodwill, then what we'll do, Raman's current account will be debited to Rajesh capital account, to Ravi's capital account. So for this amount 32,700, this amount will be divided between them in their sacrificing ratio 1:1. So 1,635,1,635,0. Okay, 16,350. 16,350. So we'll do the posting this side. This is for goodwill. This share of goodwill is transferred to old partners capital account in their sacrificing ratio, and we have calculated the sacrificing ratio. So this side by Raman's current account. In Rajesh column 16,350 and Ravi's column 16,350. Okay? Is there any figure? No. So there is no other item. There is no other item. Now what we do, we'll do the total of this side. 0, 5, 2, 8, 2, 3. 3,28,250. 3,28,000. This one. 0, 5, 9, 0, 8, 1. 1,80,950. 1,80,950. And this side total is 1,60,000. So this side will write to balance carried down. So same total I will write it over here to 3,28,250, 1,80,950 and 1,60,000. So here 3,28,250, here 1,80,950 and 1,60,000. This is your capital balance. Is it clear? This is your new capital balance after posting of revaluation profit and treatment of goodwill, and new partner has bring this much amount. Now thereafter we will prepare the balance sheet. So I am going to raise this one. Okay, I am going to raise this one. Now we will prepare the balance sheet thereafter. We will prepare the balance sheet. Okay. So I am drawing the format of a balance sheet. I am going to draw the format of a balance sheet. Okay, here balance sheet. As at 31st March, the last balance sheet was on 31st March 2018. So the next 1st April 2018. Okay. This side is your liabilities. You know it well. This side is for assets. This side is, this column is for amount of liability. We have to write the amount of liability, and this is for the amount of assets we have to write. Now come one by one. Liability side, creditors. creditors given in the balance sheet 3,50,000 and there is no ups and downs, increase or decrease in creditors. So creditor will reflect as it is 3,85,000 as it is, which is given in the previous balance sheet, old balance sheet, because there is no increase or decrease in the value of creditor. Means when we reassess the value of creditor, there is no increase or decrease we found. Outstanding expenses, same with the outstanding expenses, we didn't found any ups and downs, increase or decrease in the outstanding expenses. So outstanding expenses will be also same as it is as before, Next is capital. We have to write over here the capital accounts of the three partner, Rajesh, another is Ravi, and next is Raman. And the revised capital balance is this one is the revised capital balance after adjustment of all. So 3,28,250, this one 3,28,250, 1,80,950, this is for Ravi, this one, and 1,60,000 is for Raman. So total capital is 6,69,000. 6,69,000. Okay. Now come to the asset side. Cash balance will be as it is as before, 20,000. Bank account will add the bank account because we have done one entry for capital bank account debit to Raman's capital. At the beginning, in the beginning, I have written one entry bank account debit to Raman's capital. That was 1,60,000. So bank account will increase 1,60,000 in the bank. This is the new account. Prepaid expenses thereafter, prepaid expenses. There is no increase and decrease in the prepaid expenses, so this amount will be as it is in the previous balance sheet. Debtors is 94 given in the balance sheet, 94,000, and provision for doubtful debts is increased to 5,000. It is increased by 1,000 now from 4,000 to 5,000. So we'll deduct provision 5,000 because provision is increased by 1,000. Now it has become the 5,000 after increasing. So it is 89,000. 89. Next is your machinery. Machinery is 1,90,000 given in the balance sheet, and the machinery, is there any change in machinery? No, there is no change in machinery, so I am going to write this amount directly in the outer column, 1,90,000, no change. Then building given in the balance sheet is 3,50,000, and you know that the building is increased by 50,000, so you add it 50. So new balance is 4 lakhs. Revised value is 4 lakhs after increasing. Next is your furniture. Furniture given in the balance sheet is 50. You see over here, furniture is decreased by 5,000. Furniture is decreased by 5,000 by 10%. So it is decreased. So now it becomes 45. Okay. One is stock. In the previous balance sheet, stock is 1,50,000. Stock is 1,50,000. Okay, and you see the stock is also decreased by 5%. So deduct the amount of stock decreased by 1,42,500. Now see the stock is decreased by 7,500. It is decreased by 5%. That's why deducted from 1,50,000 to 7,500 is deducted. Now it becomes 1,42,500 after the deduction. It is the revalued figure after admission. This is the revalued figure of furniture. This is the revalued figure of building. Because building is increased by 50, furniture is decreased by 5, this one is decreased by 5. Provision will be from debtors, will deduct the 5,000 because provision earlier it was 4, now it becomes 5, so increased by 1,000, so 5,000 will be deducted from the debtors. Now thereafter we have done one entry for the goodwill. You remember just now that Raman's current account debit to old partner's capital account in their sacrificing ratio. So Raman's capital account is debit. It means Raman's capital have a debit balance. So we'll write this side, Raman's current account have a debit balance. So we'll write the Raman's current account. And Raman's current account, which is divided in the partner's capital account, is 32,700. 32,700. Now you do the total of both sides. You do the total. Okay? You do the total of both sides. So 0, 0, 2, 5 or 4, 9, 4, 1, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 or 6, 19, 1, 10,94,200. 10,94,200. This side is 0, 0, 5 or 7, 12, 1, 6, 15 or 5, 20, 22 or 2, 4, 24, 10, 11, 19, 27, 31, 35, 36, 37, 38, 15, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 2, 10, 11, 11 or 8, 19, 19, 27, 19 or 9, 28, 28, 28 or 4, 32, 32 or 4, 30, 36, 37, 30, 39, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. 10,94,000. So both sides of the balance sheet will be equal. Okay. So revaluation account, capital account and balance sheet.